In this video, we are going to talk about equivalent fractions. What are equivalent fractions? Equivalent fractions are fractions that look different but represent the same value. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain what equivalent fractions are and find them confidently. Let's imagine one whole pizza. If the pizza is cut into two equal parts and we eat one part, that's one half. Okay? If the same pizza is cut into four equal parts and we eat two parts, that's two quarters. If you look here, even though the fractions are different, the amount of pizza is the same. So one half and two quarters are equivalent fractions. The important idea is this: the whole doesn't change, only the number of equal parts changes. Because if we look at this picture here, we have half, two equal parts of the pizza, and the second one we do have two equal parts of pizza, but that represents two quarters. Let's look at some visuals. We can also see equivalent fractions using models. We can also use that using number lines. So if two fractions cover the same area or sit at the same point on a number line, they are equivalent. Let's look at that model here. We have two rectangles. They have the same shape, the same size. The first one is cut into two equal parts or pieces, and the second one is cut into two or is divided into four equal parts. Let's look at the shaded area. The shaded area of the first rectangle represents one half of that rectangle, and the shaded part of the second rectangle represents two quarters of that rectangle. But if you look carefully at these two shaded parts, you will notice that they are same, they are similar, they are the same ones, but they do represent the number of fraction that's different in the model. How to find equivalent fractions? We're gonna explore in these videos two methods. The first one is multiply. So to find an equivalent fraction, we multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number. So we have here 1 divided by 3 times what can we multiply this fraction with to get an equivalent fraction? We can multiply it by 2 divided by 2, which that represents 2 divided by 6. 1 divided by 3 and 2 divided by 6, these are two fractions, they are equivalent fractions. So multiplying by 2 over 2 is the same as multiplying by 1. That's why the value doesn't change. And another trick here that we can make sure that yes, the fractions that we got, it is actually equivalent to the fractions that we're working on, is We look at 2 divided by 6. What can I divide 2 divided by 6? What can I divide it? If I can reduce it, what will I get? So if I do divide 2 divided by 2 and 6 divided by 2, I will get 1 divided by 3, which is the same one. We will get the same fraction. Okay, now let's look at another method, which is divide. If both numbers can be divided by the same number, the fraction stays equivalent. That's the thing that I've just mentioned before. So let's look at this one. 6 divided by 8. What can I divide here in that fraction that I will get to the to a fraction that's equivalent to the one that I'm working on? So 6 can be divided by 2 and 8 can be divided by 2, right? And of course, we need to divide with the same number. I can't say 6 divided by 2 and 8 divided by 4. No, the fraction that I will get, it is not equivalent to the fraction that I'm working on. So here we have the answer 3 divided by 4, which is an equivalent fractions of 6 divided by 8. Here we need to check for understanding. I want you to look at this one and see if you can find the answer. Are 4 sixths, so 4 divided by 6, and 2/3, 2 divided by 3, equivalent? So I want you to work on these two. And let me know in the comments uh, if these are equivalent. All right. All right. I did put like a few simple questions for you guys to work on, just so you can check your understanding in that worksheet. So part one is about understanding. What does the term equivalent fractions mean? So it needs a short written explanation. For part B, you need to find the equivalent fractions. So you need to find one equivalent fraction for 1/4 and another equivalent fraction for 3 divided by 5. And here remember that we did talk about two methods that you can find equivalent fractions. The first one is multiply, the second one is divide. I also want you to find two equivalent fractions for 2 divided by 7. I want you to find two equivalent fractions for that. Remember here, there are like multiple correct answers are accepted. For part C, it's true or false. So I want you to circle true or false. The first one is equivalent fractions always look the same. What do you think? Is this true or false? Part B, you must multiply or divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. What do you think about this one? Is it true or false? We did talk about this in the lesson. Part C, a bigger denominator always means a bigger fraction. All right, what do you think? Does a bigger denominator means a bigger fraction? Does it always mean that? All right. Part D, it's a challenge, it's optional. So I want you to explain why 6 divided by 9 and 2 divided by 3 are equivalent. Right, guys, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next time in another video. Check my YouTube channel, Master Mathematics with Us, and my TikTok and Instagram. And also, if you want a downloaded copy of the presentation and the worksheet with the answers, please email me on mastermathematicswithus@gmail.com. Thank you. Bye.